Hey guys, Trigger John coming at you with another Diablo Immortal video. Today's video is going to be a very quick one where we talk about what is the difference between solo play and group play, if that's something that you really need to worry about in the game, or if it's something that really you want to focus on and prioritize while playing Diablo Immortal. Now, as you can see in the background here, we have a lot of gameplay that's going to be playing throughout this video. That's a lot of solo gameplay. Now, this is gameplay that was shared by the developers during an actual meeting during IGN, I believe, where they asked a lot of questions and gave a lot of feedback. One of the things that we are noticing with Diablo Immortal is the fact that you can set up certain things within the game to be able to play with others. Now, this isn't anything new. A lot of games have this feature. A lot of these games have these type of mechanics where you create a party of some sort, you get to play together, and that influences the amount of EXP that you're given. And there's some other variables that may or may not add to. Some games add extra characters, other games don't. Other games just like to have a general EXP that then gets shared. And in some instances, this may make your grinding experience go faster and or slower. What the point and topic of today's video is going to be is what one is going to be the gameplay that really suits you. Are you the type of person who is going to want to play this solo, or are you the type of person who's going to want to play as a group? Are you going to join a clan and be competitive? Are you going to be wanting to just join a clan to build camaraderie, to have some fun? Or are you joining a clan to be world's first, accomplish some sort of a goal? Those are all different things that really need to stand out and be answered when trying to decide on the type of gameplay that you're going to be really focusing on and how you're going to play Diablo Immortal. As of right now, I have not heard a specific yes or no if you get more EXP from being in a party. And unfortunately, the data might be out there. Unfortunately, I don't have it currently. And with Diablo Immortal just around the corner, I feel like it doesn't really matter, as a lot of our data is coming from the beta and alpha. And until the game is actually released and we can actually see the concrete data and do the math ourselves, a lot of this and a lot of these videos are going to be speculations. Now, I did play the beta. I did not play it as hard as I maybe should have because I could only play it on mobile. However, I did get to play it. I did get to enjoy it. I did learn a lot of the mechanics and see a lot about how the game was going to be played. And I could definitely notice that playing this in a group is going to be a lot more fun than, say, playing it solo. The reason being is because, one, you get to build that camaraderie, you get to make friends, and you get to really have a lot of fun. Now, there really are no bad classes in Diablo Immortal. However, there are classes that are faster and classes that are slower. There are classes that do ranged attack versus physical attack that allow for quick wave clear, and others that do great support. However, clear waves super slow. There needs to be a balance really when you're talking about group play versus solo play to really transform and progress in the game super quickly. The reason why we're having this discussion is because in Diablo Immortal, you're able to join a clan. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause this video and we're gonna pull up some information thanks to MaxRollGG. Definitely give them a shout out to them. Go check out their website. They have an amazing website that they've built. I know currently at Aftershock United, we're also working on building a website of our own and trying to compile as much data. We've also talked a lot with the other developers and content creators. And overall, I'm just so happy that we have, and we're trying to work together to create these types of resources. So let me pull that up so that way I can give you a little bit more information on aspects of the game that I didn't actually get to enjoy, but give you my opinion on them and what this should mean for you as the player moving in forward and playing the game. All right, so as you can see here, this is maxroll.gg. It's definitely a good resource. If you are looking for information on Diablo Immortal, this is where a lot of us are going to get this information because they had a great forethought of recording a lot of this data when they were playing the alphas, when they were playing the betas. And I'm very grateful that they did this. This is how a lot of us are making our content right now. And massive props to them and shout out to them. Definitely go check it out. Go click the links and support them. But one thing we're going to do, and we're going to talk about here, because we have this data pulled up, is one, we're going to talk about the clans. Like I was stating, you can have clans in this game, and as of right now, it looks like it's going to cost you about 100k gold to start a clan. Now, a clan, it says level, it can have up to 150 members actually on the website. However, it has been confirmed now that it's going to be 100 members per clan. I feel like that's still a lot of people. Now, the thing about having clans and how to really optimize this and what to do with them is you want to make sure your clan, you're all playing and you kind of have a good idea of time zones and playing together and camaraderie. Or if you're not that type of clan, you need to have a common goal. For a clan to be successful, I mean, you need to have a leader, you need to have sub leaders, you need to have the placement in order so that way you can really succeed. Clans in this game are going to have a big impact on the in-game type content where you can become immortal. I mean, it is Diablo Immortal for a reason. So you're really going to be reliant on your clan to really work with you and kind of help you out with growing, competing, and completing different objectives. It makes a big difference. There's going to be times where you can join and achieve certain achievements, so to speak. Like, for example, they do have the defeat 5,000 undead creatures. That was a part of it. Also, you know, for each clan achievement, you do get a reward. Now, I'm sure, given that we were played during beta and they played during alpha, that as we move forward with these different seasons, these rewards will change. They're going to vary. However, the thought that you're always going to have a clan to kind of work with and really rely on to get these achievements is always going to be there. Now, just like any game where you have all these great achievements, these are not something that you're going to achieve on your own. You're going to want to work together. The nice thing about Diablo Immortal is they are creating the thing called warbands. Now, warbands, for those of you who are unaware, is essentially where you can create your party. If you guys are familiar or coming from games like Path of Exile, Diablo 3, other games like even MMORPGs, where you create parties to do certain content or run together, a warband is essentially going to be the same thing. I'll do a better deep dive on warbands later on when we have a little bit more information. It's not just what it is current, because I'm sure that as we move forward in the game, this functionality is going to change. However, what's not going to change is the fact that you're going to have some sort of a camaraderie to where you're going to want to work together to build a team to progress fast. Now, I know you're probably thinking to yourself, John, you said this video was about playing groups or playing by solo. What is warbands? What is this party finder? What does this have to do with me playing by myself or wanting to play in a group? Well, the reason why we bring this up and we talk about this and why I kind of go a little bit on a tangent is because as I'm talking about this, I want you to be thinking in the back of your head, okay, I don't have friends. I don't really know anyone personally that's going to be playing this game, or maybe you do. Maybe you have a big group of friends. You're like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? Well, they've listed that you can play with up to 8 people at a time. This is for certain types of gameplay. This is for certain parts of the game. However, you can have this warband created the entire time. Does not mean that you have to necessarily always keep refinding people. You can keep this going. You can write these players' IDs down and join them all the time. What we're doing as part of Aftershock United is we're actually creating these warbands via research and asking people. As you can see here, we have Aftershock Prime, our prime time guild or clan, so to speak, where we've already picked it out. I'm going to be leading the Warband Whiskey. You know, it's very fitting. We're all going to have a lot of fun. A lot of us are other content creators who get along very, very well. So it's going to be fun banter, and we're just going to have a good time with this. Now, we're going to be trying very hard and working together. And that's why I bring up the solo and group play, because the question's been asked, does it go faster if you work by yourself, or does it go faster if you work as a group? Leveling from 1 to 60 is going to be a challenge regardless. It's going to take you anywhere between, I would say, probably 18 hours to 30 to 35 hours, depending on the type of player you are. If you're someone who logs in for 10 to 15 minutes at a time, chances are this is going to take you a long time to hit level 60, and hopefully you hit level 60 before the season resets. If not, that's unfortunate. But if you work as a group, you can play off of each other. For example, myself and my good friend Mad Capper here, I'm going to be playing as a demon hunter. He's going to be playing as a crusader. Together, we should be able to blast through content much faster than, say, a necromancer, which is going to be our green guys here. As you can see here with our labeling, we do a good job of trying to organize this and get the data collected. It's going to take him a lot longer to traverse and play the game solo and level up than it would be if we were to work together, because we can complement each other. We can create these warbands, we can create these groups and run around the world and fight monsters together as a team, allowing us to take down areas, mobs faster and progress quicker. Characters like the Demon Hunter like that I'm going to play are going to move very slowly. We're going to have a lot of slow movement skills. Honestly, our movement skill is probably the worst in the game, so chances are a lot of us will not be using that. We'll be replacing it with another skill. However, if we're paired with someone, say like a Crusader or someone else who can do a lot of AoE damage as well as maybe a speed buff, that allows us to move quicker. Or even if they can do a lot of AoE damage to kind of weaken them, then we can use our Demon Hunter skills to knock them down faster, which then allows our cooldowns to all kind of regenerate quicker, clear the mobs, and go quickly. Whereas the Crusader, even though it moves so quickly, it does struggle one-shotting the waves and really zooming past everything, because you do have to stop, you have to pause for a minute, or you have to upgrade your gear to a certain level depending on what your Paragon is to one-shot those waves and move forward. So working as a group and working as a collective, it's going to be super beneficial when it comes to Diablo Immortal. Not only for just the sense of, you know, we don't know exactly if it gives you more XP, but the sense of you're going to be moving quicker. You're physically going to be traveling and getting into rifts, getting into other content a lot faster because you're working together, and hopefully you're working together with someone whose skills complement your own. Now, if you're two Crusaders blasting through, chances are you're not going to complement each other as well as you really could be. So I feel like you're going to be losing out a little bit on this. And we'll do another video where we talk about synergy in the game and what it really means to play a game and to be cohesive. But just in general, when thinking about it, two characters of the same class are probably not going to necessarily be the most beneficial for group play. So keep that in mind when moving forward. However, at the end of the day, if you're someone who gets along with others, that wants to talk, wants to chit chat, get to know people, having this party finder and clans and warbands is going to be a lot of fun for you. You're going to get to meet people from, well, more than likely either all around the world or within your server area. So for example, if you're US West, you may meet people from California, you may meet people from, I don't know, maybe Ohio. There's a lot of diversity there. Being able to talk to other people, it's a lot of fun. It keeps people active and engaged. And if that's the type of person you are, then Party Finder, making warbands, group play is definitely going to be right up your alley. If you are not, if you're one of those people where you are set, you're laser focused, solo play may be the way to go. However, you do need to be aware that you are going to need to join a clan at some point, and you will either have to join a warband with your clan or do Party Finder to beat certain parts of the game. Unfortunately, you cannot solo everything in the game. You will be forced to play as a group. So with that being said, it's usually a little bit better if you go ahead and start out thinking of the group mentality than starting off playing with the solo mentality. That's my personal opinion, and everybody is entitled to their own. I hope you guys have taken what I said here and definitely seen what the big picture, what the big message is we're really trying to get at what is group play, what is solo play, and what is really going to be needed to play Diablo Immortal. And I hope whatever I said to you allows you to kind of put you in that mind frame that keeps you more aware of what kind of classes you're going to pick, what kind of skills you're going to pick, what gear, what gems you're going to roll with. Because I've seen a lot of content out there that focuses on solo gameplay, not so much the group play. And I feel like you definitely want to kind of prioritize and understand what it means to play in a group, as well as what it could mean to play solo. Hopefully this video helps you guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Also, feel free to come over to Aftershock United. Links are down below. We have 10 slots left in our Prime. That's going to be our main clan. We have a gold clan. Now these are all sorted by a form that you fill out, and we will take the amount of money, the amount of time, the amount of everything that you're trying to invest, and we'll place you in a guild that is worth your time and give you a warband to start out with. If you enjoy it, then awesome. If you don't, we'll help you move and find new people. We also have a Europe division that we've been starting up. We have a couple of great content creators who are heading this up. They're doing a fantastic job of getting it going. We're even trying to get an Asia version going. However, we're really lacking in those players. So if you're from Asia and you'd like to get in on it, definitely hop in, click the link, join the Discord, submit the form, and come hang out, have fun with us. In the Discord and part of Aftershock United, we have everything. We're building all the resources, all the thoughts, well, pretty much everything. Everything is currently being built, and we're gonna have a website up and running very, very soon. So definitely come check us out, come be a part of it, and have a lot of fun with us. Can't wait to see you guys in game. Can't wait to talk to you guys more. Leave comments down below on what your thoughts are. If you're planning on being a solo player, if you're gonna plan on being a group player, and I can't wait to see you guys out there. Peace.